And of course, we start with the defending champions. So we're going to take a look at the Warriors, though, during their 5-game winning streak, averaging more than 120 points a game and setting the pace as they double their opponent's fast break points per game. Guys, at least 35 assists in 3 of their last 5 games. And no huge surprise that they found their rhythm offensively this early in the season. Sekou.
Yeah, look, this is a Warriors team that I don't think we should have been worried about. I know, opening night last year, they got their doors blown off by San Antonio. Everybody freaked out. This is not a team that you take a measure of, toes deep into the season. And I think they've actually gotten into a rhythm quicker than I thought they would, in terms of just getting back to the vibe that they've had offensively.
Right, because it was a shortened preseason.
Yep.
It was a shortened off-season. They spent some of the preseason over in China, which equaled about 12 or so less practices than they had heading into last season.
And you look at Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and KD, they were over in China promoting their brands, doing other things that took them away from the court. But what I was telling people, Sekou, is if you don't take advantage of the Warriors now until they wake up, then something wrong with you. It's like when a champion's down and not in their groove, that's why you got to go in and get as many wins as you can against them, Kristen, because when they wake up, you're in trouble when you see things of that nature.
So the Warriors are on a 5-game winning streak. They're getting a first shot at these up-and-coming 76ers. They're also expecting Kevin Durant to return after missing 1 game due to a thigh injury. What, though, does he bring back to this lineup as they try and figure out how to do it without him and then figure out how to do it with him again?
I think they're fine, Chris. And I think last year they proved it when he first come to the team. I think everybody took a back seat to make sure he felt comfortable. Then when he hurt that knee, Sekou, on the road in Washington, you saw Steph Curry go, let me remind everybody I'm still MVP. Klay Thompson, let me remind you I'm still one of the best two-way players. Draymond, Swiss Army knights, I'll do everything for this team. So bringing KD back, they're like, okay, come on, KD. We're going to continue to share the basketball, do what we do. And we like the fact that KD has come back defensive-minded, blocking shots, rebounding the basketball at a high level early in the season.
They are, though, facing a Sixers team that's won 5 of their last 6. Do you think that maybe this could be an early measuring stick for the Sixers?
I think every game against an elite team is a measuring stick for the Sixers. I also think every game, period, is a measuring stick for guys who haven't played a ton of basketball. People act like Embiid has been around forever. Yes, he hasn't been on the floor forever. Yeah. So every time he's out there, every time Ben Simmons is out there, it's an opportunity for Brett Brown to see what he's working with and to figure out more and more of these combinations he can dial up with this group. I think they go into this, and as Joel Embiid loves a good challenge, he's going to be amped up and ready to play.
That right there was a flawless transition. Check this out, all right. Joel Embiid addressed the media regarding his matchup with Warriors, specifically Draymond Green. And as usual, he is not lacking confidence.
I saw Draymond this summer, and I told him that I was going to kick his I can't wait to play against him because I love the way he talks trash, and I feel like I'm kind of like the same. So it's gonna be a fun battle, especially going against Steph, Klay, KD. Still haven't played against them, so I'm excited.
So we can't repeat exactly what he's expecting for his matchup with Draymond Green, but what are you expecting?
I'm expecting a good game, but big fella, be careful what you ask for because this team understands how good you are. So knowing Steve Kerr, they're not going to take this young team lightly. And Sekou, you hit around the head. I'm happy for Brett Brown, who's weathered the storm these last 3 or 4 years of all the injuries, not having these guys. So to see the way Ben Simmons is playing, to see the way Joel Embiid is playing, what they're playing like, wait a minute, this is must-see basketball. Now, those first couple games, they were losing because they had to figure out how to win. And now, to your earlier question is, each game's a measuring stick because they have to figure out who they are as a young team.
The real winners in all of this are the fans that are going to be in these arenas watching Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. We get to see them all the time, and you get an appreciation for what they bring from watching these games on TV, on League Pass or on whatever. But when you see them in the building, in the flesh, that's when it gets real for you, just how big and mobile and how skilled Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are. They're a long way from being a true challenger in terms of, championship-level basketball. But the idea that these guys could even challenge for a playoff spot now with so little game experience, to me, is remarkable. If they can keep this up and sustain this, there's a lot to like about this Philadelphia 76ers team.
And you mentioned Ben Simmons. He's leading all rookies in points, rebounds, and assists. We have all decided that it's way too early to discuss Rookie of the Year honors, but it's what we do for a living. Guys, are we looking at our Rookie of the Year?
Right, well, since you brought it up, Kristen, of all the rookies right now, he's head and shoulders standing out of all the guys stepping up. And stay with me, stay cool when I say this. He's very similar to Giannis. People say, where are you going with this 3D? Jump shot is suspect, but he lives in the paint. And he's getting left hand, right hand dunk. So everyone keeps saying, work on your jump shot. Work on your jump shot in the summertime. Right now in the season, you don't have time to work on your jump shot, stay cool.
Stick to
Play your game, stick with what you do, stick with why we all fell in love, why you left school early, which is attack the paint, get to the paint, share the basketball, show your athletic ability. Why are you trying to shoot threes to prove to us you can shoot threes?
The crazy part about this is the #1 pick in last June's draft is not even a part of this mix for Philly right now.
Yes.
You know, Markelle Fultz is not a part of this youth movement that's on the floor and actually playing right now. Ben Simmons is a monster. And yes, if we're taking a measure of teams, you know, I do the MVP ladder every Friday. If we're already ranking that, why wouldn't we rank the rookies? And Ben Simmons has shot out of the gates. You know, this guy, if he doesn't end up being a Rookie of the Year, we've had a major problem, or somebody else
like
came
Fox,
on like gangbusters.
Right. There's a couple
but
guys.
This is his to lose.
You know, there's a couple guys, you know, Fox a little bit here and there, but each game, Ben just keeps getting better and more like, wow, did you see that? Yo, Sekou, you see what he just did? I'm like, yeah, I saw. I'm watching the game too. So that lets you know that he's already turned that corner for us. He's must-see TV when we're not working.
Well, the Sixers have won 5 of their last 6 games. They're now 6-5 overall. We take a look, though, at the comparison to 3 seasons prior, where they won just 2 of their first 11 games last season and none of their first 11 any time before that.
That, like, once again, Brett Brown, let's get Brett Brown. Let's get Brett Brown a hand to hang in there. Come on, you tell him what? Brett Brown's actually going to those meetings like, hey, come on, we actually can draw something up. Hey, let's go to the big fella down low.
Yeah.
Let's do the 1-5. Think about it, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid pick and roll. If you trap it, he makes the right pass, you're getting an easy layup. They're swinging to the weak side of the floor, getting wide open jump shots with Covington and Redick. So it's like now, to your point earlier, for a young team, when do they figure out how do we continue to play together and down the stretch get those close wins? We always say a young team finds a way to lose.
Nights like this are perfect for this group because they're going to be on that stage against the best of the best. Like, you can talk about wanting to play at that level and competing at that highest level. When you get out there on the floor with Draymond, you've been talking to him in the summer, now you got to deal with him. Now you got to deal with Clay getting hot. Now you got to deal with Steph backing up, you know, 29 feet. I mean, all of these things that you've been watching if you're Philadelphia. If you're Ben Simmons, you were watching them from your apartment or your dorm room.
Right.
If Joel Embiid, you were watching from the sideline. Now you get to be out there under the lights in that electric atmosphere. We'll see how you respond. We're going to see if you can live up to your chatter. I love Joel Embiid's attitude, his bravado, but I love even more that he goes out and plays up to it. Every time he talks, he goes out there and backs it up with his play.